Hello. Welcome to another edition of All or Not According to Jack with your host, Jack Toledano. Uh, as you can see, I have a special guest with me today, Mr. Ove Rendum, and we are both wearing Iron Maiden shirts. So today is going to be a dream set lists of Iron freaking Maiden. Up the irons. Welcome, Ove.
Elliot,
How you doing?
thank you. I'm doing really well. It's been really hot over here. We have been having like mid to high 80s for a couple of weeks now. It's
Wow.
been like a dream.
Wow. That wow, for normal, what's your high temperature there?
Well, this is usually we get this weather like in July, the or July, August, which is usual like the hot months for you guys too, like over here.
Right.
So we started really early this year. So either we get all the good weather now and the rest turns to shit, or we'll be lucky through the summer.
Right. But when you
Usually we get good now, we have good in June, and when people have like, there's 3 weeks that two last weeks, no, last weeks on July and two first of August is like when everybody is on vacation. It's like a common vacation for everybody that works.
right.
And then usually we get the bad weather. So I hope for those guys that they don't do that this time.
But what's like a really high temperature for Norway?
Uh, I would say in the high 90s.
Oh, so you have had high 90s. Okay.
Because we are right by the coast, like whole Norway is just a coastline, so we have
Gotcha.
100% of humidity, but it's not like southern USA humidity, it's like fresh sea humidity. So uh, 75 for us is like, I don't know, 80, 85, 90 for you guys. It's kind of like it doesn't have to be very hot before it's hot here.
Oh, I see. Okay. Because here we have had days where we've gone over 100, and I a couple times I actually had softball games canceled because of the high temperature. Uh,
Yeah, it's not good. You get heat stroke and
yeah.
no, it's not doable.
No,
I, I
not at
support
all.
that.
But anyway, enough about the weather. Let's
Yeah.
talk about some Iron Maiden. And basically, so what I did was this is a playlist that I put together back in March of 2021. Uh, Hudson Valley Squares on Sea of Tranquility. They had an episode where they did their dream set lists on the Hudson Valley Squares, and I wasn't there that night. So I said to myself, why don't I put one together? And not only did I do that, I made it a playlist on Spotify, and I listened to it from time to time, with these long road trips that I go on. So here we are. I reenacted the dream set list, and tonight,
Was it
Obi and
really?
I
Did
will.
you make this? Did you make this list before Senjutsu or after Senjutsu?
For me, it's before Senjutsu. So
Okay, okay,
for me,
yeah,
it's going to include up to and including Book of Souls, and
okay,
talk more about that when it's my turn. But
yeah.
right now, the floor belongs to Ove. So go ahead,
All
let her.
right, yeah. I'm gonna start here. I made this. It was so easy for me because it's like I've been a Maiden fan since I bought the Fear of the Dark cassette MC back in '91. I think when it was released, I didn't know a word of English, but Eddie in that tree, like, was the coolest thing I've ever seen in my whole life. So I had to have that. The only thing that my mother said, the reason why I could buy it is that, don't you tell your grandma what you bought this for, what you used the money for. So I
Ah,
didn't.
that's funny.
Yeah. So my dream set list is, it's gonna start with the Blade Runner theme intro, like they did in '86, and we're gonna head
What
straight
album
in.
is what album is it up to? What albums are you including up to Senjutsu, or what album did you cut it off?
I think I have cut it off at Dance of Death.
Okay.
So it starts with the Blade Runner intro, and it goes straight into Deja Vu from Somewhere in Time, track number 7, a Dave Mary track. There's
Okay.
like Yeah, Dave Murray just makes one song each 3 years. It's like an elephant making a baby, as Bruce Dickinson was teasing through the whole Peace of Mind tour.
That's a way of
Uh,
putting it. That's funny.
yeah, and then we head into Still Life, which also is another Dave Murray song,
Okay.
and then we head into real old good classic, Charlotte the Harlot. We all
Nice.
know Charlotte. And then we hit my favorite song of our Maiden of all times. It's going to be Innocent Exile, song number
Nice.
6 on Killers This Bone. Then we're going to do a big jump and head into When Two Worlds Collide from Virtual 11.
Nice.
I love that song. Then
That
we're going to
that's
head in.
Blaze. That's a Blaze Bailey album, I believe. Correct.
Yep. 98. Then
Okay.
we head back to 92 and to Chains of Misery from Fear of the Dark.
Okay.
Yeah. And then we go a little further back to Fate's Warning from No Prayer for the Dying. Then we go a little like forward in time to Dance of Death with a song called Age of Innocence.
Very nice.
Yeah. And then, wait, I lied to you. Song number 10 is Reincarnation of Benjamin Brigg, which you have the shirt on for.
Yes.
So
Stand
then
up.
we go back. Yeah.
Oh, I
Now,
disappeared.
now you can see it. Yep.
My
Then we're
camera's
gonna
a little low,
head
so
to a song that's not was included here in Europe, but I believe it was included in the American release of Number of the Beast. The song is Total Eclipse. So
nice.
over here it was the B side of Number of the Beast single. Then we're gonna head to 88, and we're gonna put in a song called The Prophecy from Seventh Son of a Seventh Son.
Nice.
I love that
That's an
song.
album
It's
that I
good.
like. Yeah.
Yeah. Then we're gonna jump a little forward to a song that was a standalone single in '96 called Virus.
Interesting.
I really like that song. It was a really cool artwork too. This because '90s was I'm born in '81, so '90s was my Maiden time. It's
Wow.
like
So you're really going deep. It's a lot of deep tracks for you.
yeah, and a lot of Dave Murray tracks from because I'm a Dave Murray fan.
Right. Okay. Wow.
Then we're gonna
I can see
then we're gonna
already that some Maiden fans would hate your show because they just want to hear the hits. But
yeah, no hits here. Then we're gonna go back to Virtual 11 to a song that a lot of people don't like. I don't understand why, because I think it's really good. I know you're not the biggest fan of it. Is Como Estas Amigos,
uh,
last track on Virtual 11.
I have nothing against it. I'm just I
Yeah.
just like more of the the Dickinson stuff. But
Yeah. Then we're gonna do a favorite song of mine from the first album as the last song of the main set. And it's gonna be Strange World. So my set starts kind of low and it goes down on a low.
okay,
Then they're gonna go out and go off the stage, drink a little, I guess, and then here to everybody chant to our Maiden like they does every show. They're gonna come back on, and they're gonna hit us with from a Brave New World a song called "There's a Thin Line Between Love and Hate."
okay,
I really love the song. It's so much. It's like it's so much emotion in that song. It's like Dickinson is back. That whole album, Brave New World, is amazing. And this is the closing track, and it's so good. It's also the marriage song. Then we're going to go for a song which is my favorite of the album, and that's of the album I'm talking about. Is No Prayer for Dying.
oh the
This one,
title
this one they
track.
have, this one they have played on the tour that tour.
Okay, very
And
nice.
we're gonna end it with a Dance of Death track called New Frontier.
Yep, familiar
That's
with
kind
it.
of a higher paced song of my sets. and it's gonna leave it with that. Leave it on a high note.
Okay. Wow. So that's a real of all the dream set lists that I've done and all the guests that I've had, this is the deepest of dream set lists.
Yeah,
Most deep tracks. So I
because
guess
the whole thing is a dream set list. It's not
yes.
attached to reality.
Right. Okay. Well, that's nice. So I'm talking a real diehard Iron Maiden fan would probably love your set. So that's very cool. Thank you for contributing.
Thank you,
And
thank you. It was a pleasure.
yeah, that's very cool. So let's get to mine. And like I've done with all the others, I am going to share and we're going to go to my Spotify for my playlist that where is it? Right there. Okay. And there we are. So basically what I tried to do is I love the album Book of Souls, so I wanted to get that in there, but I wanted it to be very heavy and hard hitting. So
Hmm.
I start with probably my favorite song by Iron Maiden, Aces High. Uh, then I go and again, as I mentioned off camera, I don't have too much from the Paul Di'Anno albums, but I do have this one. Ides of March right into Wrathchild.
Nice.
Yeah.
That was
Then,
the start of the Killer Store.
yep.
To those two songs.
Then I go into the Book of Souls for If Eternity Should Fail. Great.
Mm,
Yep. Great song. Uh, I believe this is on the second disc, When the River Runs Deep. Another great tune.
yeah,
Okay. Back to Number of the Beast for Children of the Damned. Uh,
nice song.
Not another really power hitting song off of Power Slave, Flash of the Blade. This doesn't get a lot of love, but I love it.
Yeah, it's a fantastic track.
What's that?
It's a fantastic track.
Oh yeah.
It's a
Uh,
Dickinson song.
yep. Okay, so next, The Wicker Man. Really hard hitting tune off of Brave New World, which I absolutely love. Next, we go to Revelations. Da-na-na-na,
Yeah,
another
really good song.
Dickinson song. Yep. Okay, so there we go to probably the first. My buddy Pete Party used to play this album in our suite at New Paltz all the time, and this was probably the first Maiden song I heard off of Peace of Mind, Flight of Icarus.
Oh, nice.
Yeah, love it. Love the whole Icarus and Greek mythology theme where he flies too close to the sun, etc., etc. Oh,
Adrian Smith song.
yep. So next, a real surprise. Um, Dickinson decide he convinced the guys to play one of his solo songs. So we have The Magician off of Accident to Birth.
Oh, nice.
Great song, but that's the only real surprise. Everything else is truly Iron Maiden, but that is a very hard hitting, very galloping, tough riff, which I love. So after
Yep.
that, we go to a song that they actually played down at Jones Beach, a song that I didn't think got a lot of love up until then, off of Number of the Beast, Prisoner. We
Oh, good.
want information. You know the rest. So
I'm
cool.
not a number. I'm a free man.
Yep. Yep. Great tune. I was so happy when they brought it back in concert.
Yep.
Okay. So next, this one comes off of Fear of the Dark. I think you mentioned that album, correct?
Yep. Yep.
Be Quick or Be Dead. Another very hard hitting tune.
Yeah. Opening track.
Yep. Death or Glory, back to Book of Souls. I know this is on side two, or rather disc two of Book of Souls.
Yeah,
Great, great tune. Speed of Light, that's probably their hardest hitting, most direct song of this album. Uh, Most similar to old Iron Maiden as opposed to the more prog metal-y type Iron Maiden.
I believe it's a Janik Gears song.
Actually, no. I think Death of Glory or Tears of the Clown might be a Yannick Gers song. Or yeah, I'm not sure, but Speed of
Tears of a
Light,
Clown is
Speed
the
of
Mary
Light, I
song.
think is a Adrian Smith and Dickinson song. I think.
Okay, okay.
Yep. Okay, next. Seventh Son of a Seventh Son, the title track. I love it. I love that bass interlude in the middle toward the end. Uh,
Yep.
People who talk about what a great bass player Ian Hill of Judas Priest is, I'm sorry, I don't think he holds a candle to Steve Harris. With his
That song is the seventh song of a seventh song is so interesting that you picked that one because it's good on the album, but live it's like a whole nother level.
Mm.
That's a really good pick.
But I love it because the a good portion of it is the bass work that he puts in, and the little interludes and the way they stretch the song out. I actually like that.
Yep.
So number 17, 2 Minutes to Midnight, back to Power Slave. Great tune. And from here on in, we have some real classics. Um, Die with Your Boots On off of Peace of Mind.
Nice.
Number 19, one more song off of Book of Souls. This is another Steve Harris tune that I love. The Red and the Black, 13
Yeah.
minutes in all. And they did play this in concert. And again, I love his bass intro. I love his bass. I can't say enough about it.
It's
So,
my second favorite song on the album after Dave Murray track. After the Dave Murray tracks, this is my second favorite, the Red and Black.
oh, cool. Very nice. Glad we agree on that.
Yeah.
Okay, number 20. So we got three more coming before the encore. Phantom of the Opera.
Mm-hmm.
Yep. 21, Run to the Hills, which I'm sure, it's a bit cliche, but you got to have at least a few of those classics in there. And of course, closing the set with oh, no, nope, sorry. Evil That Men Do, off of off of Seventh Son of a Seventh Son. And
Yeah.
then closing the show is Hallowed Be Thy Name. So they go off the stage for a little bit. They need to relax. This was a long set.
Yeah.
This is about a 2.5 hour, 2:45
Yeah.
set, and I'm gonna say that it's played down in another one of those Rock and Rios because the fans down in Brazil are absolutely nuts for Iron Maiden, and good for them. Good for them both. Uh, Iron Maiden, they're so great. They deserve the big crowds, and Brazil, nobody, I don't think anybody goes nuts for Iron Maiden like the Brazil fans do.
Nope.
So this is for you, Brazil.
Yeah.
Okay, encore, first encore. Uh, you mentioned Virtual X, so they did pluck a number off of Virtual X, The Klansman.
Oh, all right.
Yeah, great song. And you notice the live at Rock in Rio because I wanted the Bruce version
Yeah.
as opposed to the Blaze Bailey version, and he does it great. Freedom. Love it.
Yeah.
Okay, so now this next song, the first song I ever heard by Iron Maiden. This friend of mine back in high school, and I don't know if you remember those little what they call those shoebox tape recorders. You
That
know,
with a handle?
they could have a handle, or it's like about 8 by 6 size. They're small tape recorders, but walking around in school with this shoebox tape recorder, playing
Mhm.
this song. I'm like, that was pretty cool. Play that again. Prowler off of Iron Maiden.
Nice.
Yeah, love it. So then after that, my lone representative off of Somewhere in Time, Wasted Years, crowd favorite. And
Yep.
then very last song, Number of the Beast. So all in all, my set is about 2.5 hours to probably 2:45 if you add in the on stage banter with the crowd and just taking a breather and letting the crowd go nuts and chanting and stuff. So that's my set. I wanted to
Yeah,
give
I
everybody
think
a
a lot
very
of fans would like your whole sets.
yep. I wanted to give them a very hard hitting. Yeah, there you go. It even says it, calculated it. About 2 hours and 30 minutes.
Yeah.
I even
But you
got
gotta calculate Bruce Dickinson's all talking between the songs. It's
right.
gonna easy be 3 hours.
Yep. Which is good because my recently I was a little critical of Judas Priest because Rob doesn't really banter with the crowd anymore, and I think that's disappointing for me at least. You gotta
Yeah, I'm seeing them in about a month, so
oh
I'll send you some pictures and some clips
okay.
here too.
Well, I can understand it during the if it's at a festival, I can kind of understand it because they they have less all bands have less stage time and
Yeah,
you want to give the people as much as possible. So
I
it
think also the
probably
curfew has changed now from 11 to 10:45.
oh yeah, wow.
Yeah, I was Guns N' Roses. I saw them last year, and they had to cut their whole encore
Wow.
because they came out like 20 minutes too late. So,
Wow.
Axel.
Oh, you said Axel, you mean Guns N' Roses, did you say?
Yeah, Guns N' Roses. Yeah, I saw them last summer, and they had to cut their whole encore. I was like so
Wow.
hoping for Locomotive and
Wow.
Coma, which the other ones have gotten, and well, they couldn't play the songs because
So how
there was
long was
strict
that
curfew.
show? How long would you say that show was?
It was the same length as all the other Guns N' shows except the three encore songs. So
Oh,
it's probably 9:20 to 11. So it's pretty short. It's like 1 hour and
yeah.
45 minutes. So it's pretty short for Guns N' Roses.
Because I'm going to tell you they are one of only two bands that I've ever seen in a stadium, and
Oh wow!
I saw them at Giant Stadium before the Giants and the Jets actually built a new stadium called MetLife Stadium, and this shocked me. They went on promptly at 10 p.m. and they went till after 1 a.m. They gave us a 3+ hour set. Now the thing with that is I don't think there was any curfew because Giant Stadium is not near any residential areas, so you don't really have to be considerate to anybody. So, and it was a
What
rarity. Uh,
what year was this?
this I don't know. The tour
It's either
was.
92 or 93.
I'm sorry. Well, it was in the 2000s. I would have to get back
Oh,
to you with it. Uh, I don't know, in the 20 teens, I believe. Yeah, and I wasn't even going
okay.
to go to that show, but a a coworker of mine asked me if I wanted a ticket. So I'm like, all right, sure. I've always
Yeah.
wanted to experience a show at Giant Stadium, and it was only $85. So I'm like, all right, what the hell? And I didn't have to drive. Somebody else
Yeah,
drove.
that's a bonus.
Yeah, it was very cool. So
Yeah. So how many times have you seen our Maiden since we are on the topic?
Iron Maiden. Okay, so let's think. Okay. Saw them open for Judas Priest in 1982. I think you were one
Nice.
years old. Yeah. Uh, that
Nice.
that was probably one of my favorites. Eventually, I'm gonna have a show where I talk about duo concerts. Where yeah, where you see two great bands. You get two for the price of one.
Yeah.
That was definitely one of them. Second time I saw them, actually, I didn't see them again until um, around 1999, 2000. I think it was the break. Oh no, I did see them. I saw them just as Bruce got back together with Iron Maiden. This was actually at a smaller venue called the Hammerstein Ballroom in Manhattan, New York City.
Oh, the Hunter tour in '99.
Yes, yes. That was a tour where they put it out to the fans. What do you want to hear? And I thought that was awesome. But it
Yeah.
was a smaller venue, and I swear they freaking blew my eardrums to bits. I think my ears were ringing for like 2 or 3 days.
That's a good
That
show.
was that was the second time I saw them. The third time I saw them was the Brave New World tour at Madison Square Garden. Uh,
Oh, nice.
Another great show. So that was the one time I saw them at the Garden. The fourth time I saw them was with my friend and brother Lee Fackless from my Oddfellow group. We went and saw them at what the hell's the place in Barclays in Brooklyn. That was
Oh,
for the Book of Souls tour. Now, I really did like that set list, but this set list that I put together for everybody just expanded on that a little bit, gave the Iron Maiden fan a few more classics, and basically shut the mouths of those complaining, oh, I just want to hear Iron Maiden classics. I don't want to hear the new stuff.
uh,
What is wrong with people?
I don't know.
You want these bands to continue as long as possible. So you know what? You got to put up with their with their input, with their latest input. Now, granted, I'm not a huge fan of Panic Attack, but you know what? I applaud their effort for continuing on. You know, putting these albums together as a vehicle to tour. Senjutsu of Iron Maiden kind of grew on me, so power to the
Yeah.
guys for
I
putting.
gotta listen to that album again. That album made me quit the fan club. I don't know. It's just there
Really?
was no David Mary track on it, and I felt like it was like uh, it didn't have the variety like they used to. But like you say, it's like it's a evolving process. I guess I gotta give
Yeah,
it another shot.
yeah. They're more of a prog metal band now, but you know what? At least some of the album I think is good. Same thing with Panic Attack by Priest. Some of the album is good. So uh, I just heard that Judas Priest is going to do a second leg. I didn't see them on the first leg, but I probably will see them on the second leg. So,
Yeah, it's in the fall, isn't it?
yep, yeah,
Yeah, I'm seeing them like 27th or 28th, the day after I see Tool. It's on a festival, so it's going to be interesting to
nice,
see.
very nice.
I
So
haven't
what are
seen
the
US Priest. I haven't seen US Priest since the uh, Nostradamus tour, I think.
Wow, that's going back a long time. So you asked me the question. Let me ask you, how many times have you seen Iron Maiden?
I saw them first in the Roskilde Festival in Denmark in 2003,
Okay.
and then I saw them back in 2006 when they did Live After Death, that whole show again. Uh, then with a few extra songs at the end, but I mean, like having the Churchill speech and Aces High and 2 Minutes to Midnight coming after each other, it was something else. Then I
Awesome.
saw them, and I saw them in 2011, I believe, for the Final Frontier tour.
Okay.
I, I believe I saw them again the same time on that. I saw them in 2011 before they released the album, so they had just that song that was the single number 2 on that album that has kind of a Spanish name to it.
Right.
And then I saw them the year after in 2012 with Alice Cooper warming
Nice.
up for them, and then they had Where the Wild Wind Blows and more. And I haven't really seen them after that, I think.
So
So
let's
it's
say
been,
5 times you saw them?
it, yeah, around there.
Okay. Very nice.
No,
Yep.
wait, no, I lied to you. I saw them two summers ago on the Jitsu tour at the Tonso Rock Festival. Yeah, so I've seen them in recent years. And that
Okay.
was such an interesting concert because they played uh, the first single and a couple of songs from Jitsu, and Bruce Dickinson was so energetic and so happy and was running up and down like a mountain goat, and
Yeah.
the whole crowd was just standing still. Nothing
That's,
happened.
you know what?
Then they
That's what I
fired
love
up.
about Bruce. Yeah.
Then they fired up the tracks we know, and I saw just Bruce got just all right, play the classics again, and the crowd went crazy, and he kind of like had like a downer because he was like, why aren't you eager about the new songs? These songs you have heard like a million times, but he didn't say that, of course, but that was the expression he gave. So it's like he was so eager, the crowd didn't do anything when we were in a roar up. He was like doing his routine. So, but yeah, he fired up the whole thing. He did sing the whole set, and he was really good. Like it wasn't too long after his cancer recovery. So
Okay. Very cool. Yep. Yes, I think he's great on stage. You know, God bless him. Hope he
yeah,
keeps
they
it.
played that somewhere in Time tour now. They were in Bergen where I saw them and before uh, Final Frontier. I'm trying to remember what that song from Final Frontier. What's the first single from Final Frontier?
Mm, I have to look it up. I'm
Because
not
it starts with Satellite 15.
right. Let me do a quick search here.
I
Okay.
really like Final Frontier. I know a lot of people give it shit because of the artwork. I mean, the artwork isn't the best, but I mean, the album is pretty good. It takes a time to get used to it, but it's like when you start to hear all the layers.
Okay. What I'm going to do is I'm going to run through it for you. Okay. Satellite 15, Final Frontier, El Dorado, Mother of
Yes, there you
Mercy.
got it. El Dorado, first single
Yep.
from the album.
They actually won a Grammy for Best Metal Performance here in the States for El Dorado.
Oh wow.
Yes. And do they have a Dave Murray track? Yes. The
Yes, the
man who
man who will be king.
the man who would be king. Yep. There you
Yeah.
go.
That's what's your thoughts on Final Frontier? Look past the artwork and just think of the album.
Um, you know what? I'm going to go back to I'm I'm go basically how I'm going to do that is I'm going to go back to the Iron Maiden rankings and I'm going to tell you where it ranked amongst my albums. Let me do another quick search for you. Uh, that'll take a second. Maiden.
Because the Wild Where the Wild Wind Blows is such a good closer track, and the Mother of Mercy is a Adrian Smith track, which is really good, and the Man Will Be King, of course, is my
Oh,
favorites for
okay.
obvious
So
reasons.
it ranked 15 out of 17 for me, The Final Frontier.
All
So,
right, all right, all right.
yep. But very quick, I'm going to run it down for you. 17, X Factor, 16, Virtual XI, 15, Final Frontier, 14, A Matter of Life and Death, 13, Fear of the Dark, 12, Iron Maiden, 11, Somewhere in Time, 10, Killers, 9, Brave New World, 8, Senjutsu, 7, No Prayer for the Dying, 6, Dance of Death, 5, Seven Son of a Seven Son, 4, Book of Souls, 3, Power Slave, 2, Peace of Mind, and number 1, Number of the Beast.
Where did you have Dance of Death?
Dance of Death. I had it as number 6.
Oh wow, yeah, nice.
Yeah. Yeah, it was.
I saw them. That was in Roskilde 2003. We got to see them before they started that, before they released that album. So we got the single with the Rainmaker and one other song from the album. So we got
I
it
think it was
like
the best of that cluster of albums. Yeah.
yeah.
But so anyway, so you mentioned you're going to be seeing Judas Priest soon. What other concerts do you have coming up?
Well, it's a festival, so I'm gonna see the headliners are Metallica the first night. Then we get to see Tool. which
Right.
I've never seen before, but I've heard they have quite a light show. And then US Priest on the third night. And the last night is Greta Von Fleet. That's the headliners.
Oh, okay. All right. Very
And,
well.
and then we got CC Top, we got Creator, we got oh Lord, there's a
All of
lot
that
of bands.
festival, huh? Wow.
Yeah,
I've seen ZZ Top. They're great. Yeah.
and Opeth, I guess,
Okay. Okay.
and there's quite a few other bands too that I can't recollect quite right now. But there's like, yeah,
So
there's a
where
good
is this? In
variety.
Norway or in Sweden?
Yeah, it's in south of Norway or southeast,
Oh, very nice.
close to Oslo, or it's in Oslo, but it's like not inside the city. It's like right outside.
Oh, okay. So no festivals for me here. I mean, I probably could have went to the festival down in Daytona Beach, but you know what? I get down to visit my parents so much. I felt I probably best if I just wait till autumn to go down there. But coming up for me, this coming Sunday is Symphony X at a bar slash small concert venue, 10 minutes from my house here on Long Island. Um, KK's Priest and Accept in September. Can't wait for that. And then probably go see Judas Priest on the second leg of their tour. And I haven't decided yet if I want to go see Iron Maiden. I think they're coming here in November, but we'll see.
Wow, wait, there's a band you probably like that's going to be on this festival of mine too, Avantasia.
Uh, I think I've heard of them. Yeah, yes, yep.
Yeah, and Satyricon, and going to be Uriah Heep, and
Ah,
ABBA,
now there's a band I really like.
and Turnstile.
Turnstile. Yeah, I don't
Yeah,
know.
and Extreme, Mr. Bungle, and Heart, and Europe, Ellen Weaponry,
Europe,
Parkway Drive, and Saxon.
Saxon. So I did see Saxon and Uriah Heep, as I'm sure you know.
Yeah,
Uh,
double bill.
oh, they were freaking fantastic. Great show. I I would definitely see them again if they come around. And next time I will pay for the freaking meet and greet, which I'm kicking myself. I wish I had done that. But
Yeah, I wish it would be cool if Rob Halford would have joined Saxon on a song, or Saxon would have joined, or the Bradford, that singer for Saxon, has sung, like, because the Bradford, he is a really good vocalist. The vocalist for
oh yeah,
Saxon, he is most, I believe, one of the most underrated singers of all time.
right. Okay, that's cool. But to anybody else who who's seen my videos so far, I have one more each for Saxon and Uriah Heep coming up. So stay tuned for that. I've
Yeah,
given a bunch already, and then of course I'm going to record some from Symphony X. So stay tuned. Um, I'm going to wrap it up at this time, and say thank you for watching, and thank you very much, Ove, for your contribution. Um,
yeah,
Ove and I have another engagement probably in a couple weeks to talk about the albums of Avatarium. I'm trying to get that finished right now, so
yeah.
stay tuned for that. And anything else you'd like to say before we wrap it up?
Well, people, write down your dream set list in a comment section under this episode, and it was real fun to do because I've been a Maiden fan as long as I can remember. So this was a really nice invite from you. So I'm happy that
All
you
right,
to be on the show.
my pleasure. Thank you for joining. So with that, I will say good night and have a good one, and I'll see you at the next one. Uh, actually, also, I have something Met and Yankee related, so stay tuned. Bye.
Oh, nice.